A lot of people have requested that I do a video where I just talk or scale a character. So today, I'm going to power scale my favorite teen villain, Mike Barnes. In this video, you're going to see all Mike feats and statements, and all calcs in this video are done by the GOAT Matchstick, so check them out. And in the end of this video, we'll see where Kid Mike and Adult Mike scale in the Miyagiverse. Let's go! First of all, it's important to note that Mike Barnes is a 10th degree karate black belt. This means that he has more skill than the likes of Daryl Vidal, who is also a very skilled 3rd degree black belt, among the most skilled in the verse. And Mike is 7 black belt levels above. In my opinion, Mike is likely the most skilled of all the teens, but that's up for debate. It's also stated in the back of the movie cover that Mike is the strongest out of all of Daniel's obstacles. Anyways, after Mike gets recruited by Terry, Mike goes to have his first fight with Daniel, where we see how insanely OP he is. First of all, this is Daniel after his death match with Chosen. He's not rusty, he's not nerfed like you all think. This is currently prime Daniel right now. And Mike just beats him up no diff. He shows superior AP and skill and speed to Chosen, and Chosen can break about 87 kilojoules. And Mike would upskill that via disabling Daniel, who beat Chosen. He also takes a punch to the face with the reaction of "Don't do that!" whilst Chosen almost died to that attack. So guys, Mike should be hella above Chosen and the strongest teen villain. Later on, we see him literally perform a better AP feat than Chosen via breaking bricks at 402 kilojoules. His AP should just scale to his durability via Newton's third law. This would solidify Mike as wall level. And if you're wondering about his combat / reaction speed, he's subsonic because he beats up KK3 Daniel, who should be faster than KK1 Daniel, who caught a housefly, which was counted subsonic. And for his fighting style, we know he has knowledge of cobrakai, but even before the cobrakai training, also had a really aggressive fighting style. But it's also shown that Mike Barnes does have good defense, and can use defense just fine. I think he just prefers offense though. We also know he fights really dirty, attacking the groin and triggering his opponents so they come flying at him before he completely smacks them. Some side feats I thought were pretty cool for Mike. He completely destroys Dennis, the guy that was able to block a few hits from Prime Terry Silver, and also, in Season 5, Adult Mike, who hasn't trained for 30 decades, is able to land a hit on Adult Chosen. Kid Mike and Adult Mike, weirdly enough, shouldn't be super far off each other, since, Mike doesn't really train from when he's a kid to when he's an adult. So Teen Mike Barnes is confidently above all the teens with the exception of Karate Kid 3 Daniel. Now, we don't see much of Adult Mike Barnes, but he is pretty impressive when he's on screen. First of all, like I mentioned earlier in the video, Mike, despite not training for 30 years, scraps with Chosen, who at that point is above all of Season 4. It's also actually impressive that he did all of this after getting off-guarded and getting his leg stomped on by Chosen. Season 5 Mike should be above base Chosen with no pressure points, since he lands a hit on Chosen, whilst Chosen really doesn't land any hits on Mike, and Chosen was using both styles, mind you. Now for combat / reaction speed, Season 5 Mike should still be subsonic speed, because he keeps up with characters who no diff KK1 Daniel, and his AP should also scale above the 402 kilojoules mentioned earlier, due to Adult Mike performing better feats than Kid Mike. He would also upscale from all of Johnny's brute strength AP feats, due to him being stronger than Johnny overall. So he's still wall level, but higher up in the wall level tier. His fighting style is likely still the same, but puts more emphasis on my last point earlier in the video of Mike having pretty good defense, because he uses the same blocks Miyagi used on him, and can also block hits from Chosen, who is using Tong Sudo. Unfortunately, we don't see any more of Mike Barnes until he, Johnny, and Chosen go to jump Terry. Here, Mike is actually pretty impressive. Mike absolutely negs Prime Mingjun, and would have just deleted him if it weren't for getting hit in the back of the head. This is important because Dad Amped Johnny failed to knock out Mingjun that way. Fatigued Mingjun, mind you. He also one-shots Hyunwoo and Mingjun again, this time knocking them out cold. Hyunwoo earlier in the season was able to fight Johnny and Chosen at the same time, and Chosen basically admits that if he or Johnny went there solo, they would have gotten slammed. This safely puts Mike Barnes above base Chosen and even Dadamp Johnny because of what I said about Johnny not being able to knock out Hyun Woo and Mingjun the way Barnes did. In conclusion, where would I scale Mike Barnes to the Miyagiverse? Karate Kid 3 Mike Barnes would be the second strongest teen, losing to KK3 Daniel, but low diffing basically every other teen. Adult Mike Barnes, however, is above base Chosen and Dadamp Johnny, but would lose to Chosen with pressure points. So basically, Adult Mike is the 4th strongest character in the show. Have a nice day, everyone.